This is In the Money with Angela Miles.
No surprise here, JP Morgan Chase is getting heavy options play today. Hello everybody, I'm Angela Miles. Thanks so much for clicking onto my show today. Already on the tape today, 30,000 options contracts have traded in JPM off that shocker news report that came out after the close last night that the company's lost $2 billion in risky trading. And the options right now, the weeklies are more active than the traditionals. On the weeklies, they seem to want the May 37 and May 38 calls. By the way, the volatility is well above 200 there, so these are really pricey. The straddle for the May weekly 37 strike pricing in at 80 cents. That is higher than normal. All right, the company's talking about doing some sort of stock buyback. That may help the stock hang above 36 and not dip below that. Right now in the traditional options, and again it's a little bit light here, the May 36 puts are active on a 40 vol and the May 38 calls are getting some activity. In June, people are looking for a bounce back of the stock, which is down 9% right now and trading right around $37. The June 38 and 39 calls are active, and that's about it there. On the put side, there are some 35 put buyers, but not very many at all. All right, moving on to XLF. The June 15 calls are active. I know this one hasn't been a big mover, but maybe traders are thinking there could be a bounce back in this one. Right now, it's at a 3-month low at 14.77. Bank of America, 22,000 options contracts trading, so it's very heavy today as well. Right now the stock is at $7.35. It's really been trending lower since hitting $10. The weeklies are light on bank, but the traditional options are active on this one. They seem to want the May 7 puts. There's a big trade on that one. People could be trying to protect their positions. There's also a suggestion in the options paper that this stock is not likely to fall far below $6, even if it gets to 6. Moving on to June, they want the 8 calls. The August 9 calls are active, and it looks like they're selling those 9 calls against the Augie 10s. Moving on to NVIDIA, the company came out with better than expected earnings. The stock is up right now. It's trading at $13.66. Mentioned on the show the other day that there's a possibility there could be a breakout to the upside on the calls. The straddle owners are winners on this one. Right now they're trading in the money calls, perhaps exiting those positions because they bought those calls at 20 cents. They're now worth $1.30. Somebody out there is making money. June, the fresh money seems to come in for NVIDIA. They want the June 13, 14, and 15 calls with a volatility much lower than it is now. It's right around 41, 42 in June. Arena, this stock is soaring today. I mentioned this one as well a couple days ago on the show. They did get some favorable news on the weight loss drug that the company is trying to push. The stock's up 75%, trading at $6.40. The May 5, 6, and 7 calls are active. Not a lot in the 8 strike on that one. The June 7 calls are active. There are some downside put buyers at the 5 strike. Maybe concerned. The 6s are active as well. It looks like those are quite expensive, so maybe people have long stock and they're buying those puts just to protect their positions. Coming up next, we'll do some trader talk. Don't go anywhere. Time now for our trader's take on what's going on with JP Morgan. Andrew Keene, president of KeeneOnTheMarket.com, joins me now with a look at JPM. What's your trade on this one? What are you doing?
I don't have a trade on just yet. I do not like the banks. I've never liked the banks, and I've actually steered away from them. My positions in the banks are either short or flat, kind of like Apple. I'm long or flat, so I'm flat the banks right now. I always look for rallies to sell them because I don't believe in the bank's business model. I think going forward they're going to have a lot of difficulty. The European debt crisis isn't resolved yet. Their trading desks are not making as money as they used to for Goldman. So the banks are not something I ever am long, so I'm either short or flat. Currently I am flat. I'm going to look at JP Morgan today. I'm going to look at to see where the moving averages are, where support is to the downside. Last night when the news broke, it was only down like 220, and then it rallied, it was only down $1.50, and then this morning it's down over $3.50. So huge sell-off in JP Morgan. I think JP Morgan is best of breed. If I had to choose one of the banks to be long, it would be long JP Morgan. So I'll look at today. I'll probably sell a put spread maybe in June.
All right, let's talk about Nordstrom as well. Earnings came out. There was some disappointing news there.
Yeah, they're trying to change their business model. So basically they're going from more of the retail store to online, and they're spending a lot of money for their online business. And to be honest, I really like their business they're doing online, but it's customer acquisition costs. And we see this very similar story in Netflix. Like, how much is that actually costing them? I went online, I bought like 5 pairs of shorts. They ship it to me for free. No, seriously, I bought 5 pairs of shorts. They ship it to me. I kept 1, shipped 4 back. They pay for that both ways. So, you know, that comes at a cost, and it's going to aid in their profit margin. So their earnings were a little disappointing. I think down the road, 3 to 5 years, Nordstrom is going to have problems. It might turn into a Best Buy where it's a showcase. You go there, figure out what you want, go back home, go online, find it cheaper. I had a put spread on. I still have it on. I'm looking to take it off actually right now. I have a position order in the book. I'm long the 55, 52.5 put spread. I thought Nordstrom was going to go lower, under 52.5. We saw a sell-off at Macy's and Kohl's. So I was like, oh, Nordstrom's the next one to go down. And it went down. It bounced off this $50 level, which is key level. So I had, you know, I bought the spread for about $1.05. It's about $2.15 right now, so I'll take a double and move on.
And quickly, what's the play on Apple for today and the weekly options that are set to expire?
I don't have anything in the weeklies. Apple's down as much as $7. I did put on another position. Last time I was flat. I put on a position until 2013. So I bought the 500, 600 call spread for $50, risking 50 to make 50. Basically, it's a long-term bet that Apple's going to go higher. So, like I say, Apple always long or flat. I put this position on earlier in the week. So I don't want to. Apple's trading very peculiar, and the market's very weird, and it's dicey. And I don't want to look at Apple as a long position on a daily basis because, you know, it's down 7.5 now. It's unchanged. So I wanted to put on position. I wanted to put on until the end of the year. I think Apple's going to rally through the end of the year. They have a new product cycle. The new iPhone, I just saw a picture of it, looks really cool. You know, Apple TV at the end of the year. So this is just more of a position than a trade.
Thank you very much. It's Andrew Keene, president of KeeneOnTheMarket.com. Have a wonderful weekend and happy Mother's Day. I'll see you here on Monday.